Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Raider 2.
Carr keeps it on the sneak. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal.
29.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Football going back over to the Carolina Panthers here, and for Carolina, it's hard to fathom what went wrong with them this season. It's been said before, we talked about it, they were 6-2 at the midway point, right in the mix for a first-round bye, and then everything kind of went wrong from there on out.
I wonder if we'll look back at that Thursday nighter in Pittsburgh where they got absolutely blasted. And at the time, we thought it was kind of a one-off, you know? Bad night, throw it out, here we go. But that led to a really bad stretch of football for Carolina, a lot of losses. And you just wonder, did that game take so much out of them that it was hard for them to bounce back? Now, look, the playoff thing for them is going to figure on a lot of other teams and a lot of other factors, so they could be in or out depending on how other teams do. Bottom line is, they didn't take care of business themselves.
Yeah, that Week 15 loss to the Saints, that kind of really sealed their fate. That put them 2 games below 500. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's got to hook up to Moore. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. steps away to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal from the 1. He's going to get it running right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field. The Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr., left tackle for the Chicago Bears, got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer, who will now be Mrs. Jennifer Leno Jr.? No Junior.
No Junior. By the way, smart move because she's not going to say no in front of 60,000 people.
Well, I've seen it happen before. Not pretty, but not in this case.
Room to run past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Julius Peppers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
24. Down. 180. Deuce right.
From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
20. Do something.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this one down to the 36. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to take a shot, and he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. 180. Line down. What's up? 180. Come.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
694. Go Chief. That's up.
Shotgun now for Carr. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Low, low, low. Get down, get down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
29. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Operating from the gun. Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. To throw is Carr. On the move to his left. And Cook has it left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Hey, Raider 2.
Back to the ground, Lynch. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run again with Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Carr to throw. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
6:37. Yo, Chief. 6:18.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Eluding the pressure. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
180. Do some. Do some. Great. Express.
Newton to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
That's it. Like 80. Like 20.
Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's rock now. That's it. Wait at 8.
Now it's Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's in for the touchdown. And